Nope. So keep that close by. And let's start to come into either a cross-legged seat or you can sit on your knees. Take a moment to center yourself. Take a few breaths. Using this time at the beginning of your practice to connect your mind and body and breath. If you're familiar with Ujjayi breath, you could start practicing Ujjayi breath here. You engage your glottis in your throat. You constrict your windpipe just a little bit to give your breath kind of an ocean sound or a Darth Vader sound. And the other thing that this helps with is control. So it also helps you control the speed at which your breath is coming in and out. So it can help you make your breath smooth and even. And that audible sound that you create helps your focus, helps your mind, body, and breath stay connected through your practice. So if you'd like to start practicing Ujjayi breath here, just give it a whirl. Sometimes it sounds kind of like a snoring sound. And it's just a little easier to do on the exhale than the inhale. So if anything, just go for it for the exhale. See how deep you can make your breath. Notice if you can draw your breath out longer. Notice if you can give all of your attention, all of your focus to your breath. Start to create a little movement here. Moving to the rhythm of your breath. So keep your Ujjayi breath going if you can. Just kind of use your inhale to draw your shoulders up and back, and then on your exhale, lower them down, move forward. You can also start to move your head a little bit. Keeping your attention right here. Moving through your physical body to the rhythm of your breath. And then on an inhale, come to hands and knees. Just start to move a little bit. You can rock your hips from side to side. Rock around on your wrists a little bit. I like to lean forward over my hands just a little bit, and then rock from side to side. Get your wrists and hands warmed up for your practice. You can also tuck your toes. I'm going to press your hips back towards your heels, stretching out across the balls of your feet and stretching your arches. Really spread your fingers wide And just start to rock your whole body around, rock through your shoulders and hips. And then you're going to bump your hips from one side to another, stretch through your ribs. Take a little more movement, maybe big circles. Rock from front to back. And then we'll start to move through cat and cow together. So on your inhale, draw your shoulders back, look forward. And on your exhale, round. Your head hang down. Keep moving back and forth. Hands and knees, shins, let them root down into the mat, keeping you really steady and stable. And then see if you can isolate the movement to your shoulders, spine, and hips. And then see if you can start the movement at your pelvis. So start with moving your pelvis, then take your awareness up through your spine, bring your neck into it last. And then when you go back and change either into cat or cow, start at your pelvis and you're going to move up. Really pushing down into the mat with strong arms and head. Tuck your toes, come into downward dog. You can rock from side to side here. Bend your knees, walk out the backs of your legs. Notice your hands here in downward dog. The best placement for my wrists is to have my arms a little wider, or my hands a little wider than my shoulders, and then slightly turn my hands out a little bit. So see what feels best for your wrists. Here in down dog. Nod your head, yes and no. And then on your next inhale, take small steps, maybe even coming up onto the balls of your feet or tiptoes, and start to walk your feet forward to your hands. Halfway lift on an inhale. Widen your stance, walking your feet up, and then fold forward. Take a deep forward fold here. Bend your knees as much as you want. You want to find length in your low back. So I like to kind of shift my weight from one foot to the other. You can really plant your feet, spread your toes wide, and sway your torso. Notice what else you can find here. One more exhale. And then on your inhale, reach up. And bring your arms down into mountain. So stand here in mountain, feet are hip width apart. Shoulders up and back. Check in with your breath. Have you dropped your Ujjayi breath or your smooth and even breath? Can you bring it back? Can you bring your awareness back to it over and over throughout your practice? What else do you need out of your practice this morning? With your next inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to high plank. Take a few breaths here in high plank. Look out towards the front of your mat. Draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. One more inhale here. Maybe pitch your weight forward just a little bit. And on your exhale, lower yourself down. Prop yourself up onto your forearms. Look forward. You can get a little traction at your forearms and hand, kind of pull one shoulder forward then the other. Sway your shoulders from side to side. Notice the back bend that you're creating in your spine. But as you move here, notice where else you're finding more length. I feel this one along the sides of my torso, through your obliques that run along your sides, maybe. So keep moving, keep exploring here. You can also rock your hips. This is a great place to check out your neck. You can tuck your chin, or you can look up, look from left to right. On your next exhale, lower yourself down. Draw your hands back and then push yourself up to a deeper back bend. So you can come into seal pose, which is straight arms. You just kind of walk your hands out a little bit, really push down, come up tall. If that seems like too much of a back bend, just bend your elbows a little bit, lower down. You might need to change the placement of your hands. And you can take a little movement with your head here too. You can let your head hang forward. You can look straight up. You can rock from side to side. Just go really slow here in this one. And then we're going to push back to child two. So come back through hands and knees. Take your knees out wide towards the edge of your mat. Push your hips back. You can use your hand to actively push your hips back. Rock from side to side. Get them back there. And then bring your forehead to the mat. Long spine here. Listen to the sound of your breath here. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, relax through your hips and knees. And then on your next inhale, rise up. Make your way to down dog. One more exhale here. And on your inhale, walk your feet forward to your hands. Maybe you can tiptoe them close to your hands if you can get them. Halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Forward fold. Bend your knees. Come all the way down. Reach up with your inhale. Exhale your arms down by your sides. Reach up with your inhale. Interlace your fingers above your head. Bring your feet right next to each other. Inhale, up and out of your hips, or lengthening your low back. On your exhale, go to the side. Press down with your feet, really spread your toes. Inhale. Exhale, go a little further. Inhale up and out of your low back, go a little further. And you can even kind of pull on your left hand with your right hand to kind of lengthen through your left side. On your inhale, come back to center. Bend your elbows, look from left to right. Get ready to go the other way. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, go over to the left. Spread your toes, inhale, length. Go a little further. Push down with your feet, inhaling. Go a little further, and then maybe pull on your right hand to lengthen through your right side a little more. On your next inhale, come to center. Take a standing forward fold. Inhale, length. You want to kind of tip your pubic bone forward and up, squeeze your glutes. Lift your heart, go back. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, go down. One more. Flatten your armpits. Draw your shoulder blades together on your back. Create space in the front side of your body. And on your inhale, come to center. Take your feet about hip width apart. On an exhale, open your arms, spread your fingers wide, and just come into a forward fold, knees bent. And just hang here. You can sway a bit. Find release in your low back. All right, you're going to stay in this forward fold. Heel toe step your feet to about hip width apart. Knees are softly bent. You're going to plant your right hand on the mat in front of your face, but you're going to internally rotate your right arm. So your right fingers are pointing to the left. Big bend in your right knee. And on your inhale, bring your left arm up for a twist. Push down with your right hand. Find space through your shoulders and feel the compression that you're creating in your hand. When you push down, you should kind of feel it light up your whole right arm. Big space through your shoulders and a big stretch in the back of your left leg. If you want, you can straighten your left knee and kind of lean into that. One more big inhale. And on your exhale, bring your left hand down. Change sides. Internally rotate your left arm. Push down as much as you can. If you need to come up onto your fingertips, do that. Big bend in your left knee. Bring your right arm up. Stretch the back of your right leg. Push down with your left hand. Big space through your shoulders and through your arm span. One more inhale. And on your exhale, bring your right hand down. Reach up. Come into mountain. Bring your arms down by your sides with your exhale. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Half lift. Step back to plank. Lower yourself down. You're going to take cobra pose here. You're going to keep your hands right in by your chest. Actively press the tops of your feet down. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Get a little traction with your hands. Kind of pull your heart forward, lengthening your spine. And then on your exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. Press the tops of your feet down. Inhale, length. Exhale, squeeze. Feel the muscles of your back engage. Press down with all 10 toes equally. Keep working with your breath. Inhaling your heart forward. Exhale, squeeze your back. Lift your hands for these last two breaths. Inhaling your heart forward. Exhale, lift up higher. Inhale to stay up high. And then on your exhale, bring your forehead down to the mat. Take a breath here. push up and back to child 2. So in child 1, I'm sorry. In child 1, you want your knees to be right next to each other or about hip width apart. Hips go back to the heels. Use your hands to kind of work your hips back there. And then you're going to tuck your chin into your chest and bring your arms down by your side. Tuck your chin in. You might tuck your chin so much that it feels like you're resting on the very top of your head. Really tuck it in there. On your next inhale, slowly do a roll up to sitting back on your heels. Come up one vertebrae at a time, bringing your head up last. Draw your shoulders up and back a few times. Smooth, even Ujjayi breath. We're sitting on our heels here. If this hurts your knees, just sit in a cross-legged position, or you could use your little bolster and sit on. Let's add eagle arms here. So take your arms out wide. Bring right arm over left, wrap them up. Once you've got your arms wrapped, and you just wrap them as much as you can, then you take them up and away from your chest and kind of draw your shoulder blades towards each other on your back. So you're feeling some engagement through your shoulders. Then if you want, you can lower your arms over to the right just a little bit and take your left ear over to your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, add strength through your shoulder joints. You can kind of rock your head from front to back. Come back to center and unravel. Roll your shoulders up and back. Check in with your lower body. If your knees are tired of doing this, come into a comfortable cross-legged seat. If it feels like a good stretch in your knees and in your quadriceps, and you want a little bit more, take your feet out wide and sit down in between your heels. And just pay attention to how that feels. If all of a sudden you're getting a sharp shooting pain in your knee, come out of it and just sit in a different way. Take your arms out wide. Left arm over right arm this time. Wrap them up as best you can. And then add the strength and the engagement at your shoulder joints. So you want to kind of lift your arms up and away from your chest, pull back with your shoulders. Sit up tall. You can take them over to the left and bring your right ear down to your right shoulder if you'd like. Inhale, lengthen your spine. One more inhale. And then on your exhale, come back to center, unravel. We're going to slowly make our way to downward dog. Before you push up into down dog, especially if you've been sitting on your shins, you might want to stretch out each leg separately, kind of pushing into the ball of each foot. Then down dog. Walk out the backs of your legs here. One more exhale. Walk your feet forward to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Come into mountain. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to high plank. We're going to take side plank here. Plant your right hand. You may want to lower your right knee. Maybe you can stack your left foot on top of your right, bring your left arm up. Maybe you can lift your left leg. Push the mat away from you with your exhale. Inhale, draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib and engage and lift. Exhale, push down into the mat. One more inhale here. And then use your exhale to come back to high plank. Take a breath here, pushing down into both hands equally. Change sides. Shift onto your left hand. Maybe you lower your left knee. Bring your right arm up. Take a little movement with your right shoulder. One more inhale. And on your exhale, come back to high plank. Push yourself back to downward dog. On your next inhale, walk your feet forward to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Come into mountain. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Move through your vinyasa with your breath. Exhale to low plank, coming down halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog. Back to down dog. One more exhale. On your inhale, walk your feet forward to your hands, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Come into mountain. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa, lower down with your exhale. Inhale forward and through. And back to down dog. Once you're back in downward dog, see if you can bend your knees and lift your hips up a little higher, pushing into your hands. On an exhale, keep your hips up high, lower your heels back and down. With your next inhale, walk, jump, tiptoe your feet forward to your hands, halfway lift. Fold. Reach up. Come into mountain. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Half lift. Step back to plank. Move through your vinyasa. With your breath. When you're ready, walk, step, or jump, feet up to hands, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Bring your hands to heart center. And press your palms together. Draw your shoulders back and down. So you want to feel like you're actively pressing your palms together, drawing your shoulder blades together on your back. Start to shift your weight on to your right foot and hover your left knee. Use a drishti gaze here, staring at something in front of you that's not moving. See if you can extend your left heel out, pushing through your heel. Lift your left leg up a little higher. And then bend your left knee again. Left ankle stacked under left knee, left foot is flat. Start to take it out, opening up your hip. And then bring the bottom of your left foot into your right leg for tree. And at this point, if you want to release your arms and kind of take your arms up or out, if you want to change your gaze and lift your face, find a little more freedom here. And see if you can find some relaxation here too. Can you relax through your hands, shoulders, jaw? Gently step out of it. Take a little movement. Reach up with an inhale. Press your palms together. Bring your hands to heart center. Start to shift your weight onto your left foot. Hover your right knee. Press your palms. Draw your shoulder blades together. Can you extend your right leg out in front of you? If you can extend it all the way, see if you can lift it up just a little higher. And then slowly bend your knee again. Open up your hip. Take it out as wide as you can. And then bring the bottom of your right foot into the inside of your left leg for tree. Step out of it. Release your arms. Take a little break. Shift your weight from one foot to the other. Reach up at the top of your mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Lower down. Forward and through. Back to devil dog. Lift your right leg for three-legged dog. Just take it up slow. Take it up as high as you want. We're going to come into low lunge. So place your right foot at the inside of your right hand. Take a few breaths, coming down into a deep lunge. Use your exhale to bring your hips forward and down. And then lower your back knee. Take a few breaths with your hands down on the mat and your back knee lowered. You can kind of rock from side to side. You can tuck your chin into your chest. Just see how that feels. Right ankle is stacked under your right knee. And then on an inhale, when you're ready, come up, bringing your hands up to the top of your right knee. Work with the length that you're feeling here in the front of your left hip. Give yourself a break every once in a while. Back off, kind of check in, and then bring your hips forward and down again. You can also root down with both feet, pull your femur bones in to kind of get a little more engagement there through your hips. We're going to work ourselves into a twist here. So start to twist to your right. Look to your right, draw your shoulder. Right shoulder's drawing back, left shoulder's forward. If you want to go a little deeper, you can start to slide your left hand to the outside of your right knee. And kind of leverage yourself in the twist. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist. Now, if you want to add a little challenge here, tuck your back toes, push through your left heel, and lift your back leg, just lifting your back knee up off the ground. Twisted lunge. One more exhale. On your inhale, come back to center. Step your feet together at the top of your mat, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Exhale your arms down by your sides. Big Ujjayi breaths here. Reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Start to lift your left leg for three-legged dog. Take it up slow, as high as you want to go. And then, with control, place your left foot at the inside of your left hand for low lunge. And gently begin to make your way down into a deep lunge. Rock from front to back. Take some time bending and extending your front knee. And then eventually come down into your deepest lunge and lower your back knee. Take some time here. Try tucking your chin into your chest or rocking from side to side. All right, when you're ready, come up and bring your hands to your left knee or left thigh or whatever. And start to work your hips forward with your exhale. Maybe on your inhale, back up a little bit and just kind of check in with how that's feeling in your front of your right hip. And start to make your way towards a twist, starting to twist to your left. Inhale, lengthen your spine, exhale, twist. You can bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee if that kind of helps leverage you into a deeper twist. You can press your palms together and push a little more. Inhale, length, exhale, twist. And if you want to add that challenge of lifting your back knee, tuck your right toes, push through your right heel, and just lift your right knee. It's pushing through your right heel. And it's a balance challenge. One more exhale into your twist. And then on your inhale, come back, hands down. Step your feet together at the top of your mat, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. And come into mountain. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Bend your knees and come into a little squat. And then come all the way down to the mat. Take your legs out for a wide-legged forward fold, seated forward fold. So once you take your legs out as wide as you can get them, kind of wiggle your hips back and forth so you can feel your sitting bones rooting down into your mat. I'll even pull my thighs back and tip and rock my pelvis forward because we want to make this a hip opener. So we want to feel this through our hips. So flex your ankles, point your toes up, and think about leaning forward with your pelvis. Make the movement happen at your pelvis where your femur bones are in your pelvis, leaning forward with a long spine. And once you lean forward, you may find that you're able to wiggle your legs a little longer or take your legs out a little wider. Another thing that can kind of help here is go over towards one leg and lower down. Take your time. We're going to be here for a couple minutes. So take a little movement here. Keep your back up. Keep your spine long and straight. And then you can just come down as far as you can go, leading with your chest, long spine. And then once you've come down as far as you can go with a long spine, then you can start to round and bring your head down, maybe let your shoulders get a little heavier. Move with your breath. Use your exhale to relax. What can you find here? Where do you find a deep stretch in your body? Just a couple more breaths. Notice if there's any tension. I'm sure you're feeling some through your hips while you stretch your hips. But notice if there's any tension like up in your shoulders and face. Try to relax through there as much as you can. On your inhale, rise up. Bring your legs together. We're going to take boat pose. You're going to rock back on your sacrum. Lift your legs. You can keep your hands back and just lift your legs. That's a good core strengthener. If you want a little more, stretch your arms out, lift your arms. And see if you can find a longer spine. You may even end up looking up to the ceiling to try to lengthen your spine and draw your shoulder blades together on your back. We're engaging our abs, so that makes us want to round. But see if you can engage your abs and lengthen. And see if you can lower your legs down a little more. A little more. Bringing your legs all the way down to the mat and then lay back. Bridge. Bend your knees, step your feet up, and lift your hips. Once your hips are up, check out your knees and your toes are pointing towards the front edge of your mat. Activate your feet on the mat and activate your adductor muscles at the inside of your thighs. So it's like you're pulling your knees towards each other, but they're not moving. You're just engaging. Squeeze your glutes. Now see if you can grab hands under your body, rock from side to side, get your arms under your back. Push your hips up. Use your exhale to lift your hips a little higher. Every exhale, you're lifting your hips higher.
Feel the muscles of your back engage. One more inhale up high. And then as you exhale, exhale from your neck down, bringing your pelvis down last. Nice and slow. Bring the soles of your feet together, rest in Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring your knees together. Hug your knees up into your chest. Gently rock from side to side. Feet are right next to each other here. Don't cross at the ankles. And keep your feet right next to each other. And you can kind of, while you're rocking, try rounding out your low back and squeezing your thighs into your body a little more. Inhale, lift your heart, make a little space. Exhale, squeeze your thighs into your belly. Rock from side to side, rounding out your low back. On your next inhale, start to rock from front to back. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, forward, or however you want to do it. Find a little rhythm here, rocking up and down on your spine. And then rock all the way up to a cross-legged seat. Plant your hands and make your way back to down dog. Ungraceful thing I ever did. Once you're back in down dog, walk out the backs of your legs. Level off to high plank. Look out at the front of your mat. Take a big breath in, and on your exhale, lower yourself down as slowly as you can. Draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. Shoulder roll. Take your left arm out. Use your right hand to roll yourself back. Stretch the front of your left shoulder. Keep a gentle lift of your head if you can. One more inhale here. On your exhale, come back onto the front side of your body. Take your right arm out. Roll back, go the other way. Feel a stretch in the front of your right shoulder. Keep a gentle lift of your head. You can take your left arm up and back if that feels good. One more inhale. On your exhale, back onto the front side of your body. Push up to hands and knees.
Kneeling dog. Keep your hips stacked above your knees. Walk your hands out in front of you. Chest, chin, or forehead comes down to the mat. Rise up. Make your way onto your back. Bend your knees. Cross your right leg over your left leg and lower your legs over to the left. Inhale, lengthen your spine. So you might want to wiggle your shoulders a little bit here. You want to try to find a long, not neutral spine, but a long, straight spine and lengthen it even more with your inhale. And then on your exhale, reach your right arm out and look down at your right hand. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist. One more inhale here. And on your exhale, start to come back to center. Unraveling your legs. Once you're back at center, take a moment to align yourself. Bring both sides of your pelvis down to the mat, long spine. Check in with your shoulders. You want to be centered here. And then you're gonna pick your left leg up, wrap it around your right leg, lower your legs down to the right. Inhale, length, finding a long, straight spine. On your exhale, reach your left arm out, look down at your left hand. One more inhale, lengthen. And on your exhale, unravel yourself, come out of it. Center yourself on the mat. We're going to use our bolster here for an inversion. So you're going to bend your knees and lift your hips. Tuck your bolster under your pelvis and put your legs up. If you would rather do headstand or shoulder stand, get your feet up in the air. You can also put your legs up against the wall. Take your gaze up towards your feet or up towards the ceiling and just take as deep and smooth breaths as you can. Deep Ujjayi breaths if you're still using Ujjayi.
start to lower your body back down to the mat, nice and slow. Bring your hips down. Take any other movement you want to take here and then come into Shavasana. Find a long spine. Find a position so comfortable that you won't have to move, and allow your body to become still for the next few minutes here. Gently begin to rock your head over to one side, really slow. Rock it over the other way really slow. Deepen your breath. Roll yourself over onto your side. Help yourself come up to a comfortable seat. Thank you for joining me for yoga today. Namaste. Love to you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.